Hello and welcome back to my channel, both to you and to me, because it's been a long time since I've been here too. So I am hoping that you're pleasantly surprised to see a video from me cross your subscription feed again. I know I'm really happy to be making them. I have picked up the Nabla Poison Garden palette. It is my first palette from Nabla. I am super excited to be using it. It is obviously the look that I am wearing today, but before filming this video, I had not even touched a single shade in here. I have not yet swatched the palette, so I'm going to do that for you here and show you what those swatches end up looking like. I have very high hopes for some of these shades that I ended up not using, and some of the ones that I have used turned out absolutely beautifully, and I'm really, really excited for them. During the somewhat chatty video, I do get into where I've been and what I've been up to when I have not been making videos, so I hope that you stick around and find that out with me. Alright, so I'm going to start with my eyes. We'll talk a little bit through what's been going on in my life, get my feelings on the palette. We may or may not speed through my face makeup. I don't really know how this is going to go. I am super out of practice, and I'm not exactly sure everything that I'm going to tell you yet. I guess we'll figure it out as we go. So while I filmed the intro after, we're doing this all out of order, I have not yet touched a single shade in this palette. As a matter of fact, this is the first time the plastic has come off. And I bought it for myself during the 30 Days of Beauty back in September? No. October? Whatever that was. So I've been kind of just hanging on to this. And I really wanted the first time I used it to be on camera, but I haven't done anything in front of the camera for a really long time. So here we are. I think I really want to use this purple shade called Craving here at some point on my lid. So I'm probably going to use some of this cool tone here, some of this here, and I'll kind of figure it out as I go. I have had requested of me a video on cleaning my brushes, and I really, really would love to do that because it would give me a really good excuse to clean my brushes. Because, oh, look at these blue guys. I was Mystique for Halloween, and my brushes are still blue. And today is December 6th, something like that. So clearly, I desperately need to wash my brushes, but I also haven't really put on makeup more than once or twice in that time because, well, we'll get into it. If I drop this palette before I've used it, I'll be really unhappy. All right, so I'm going to start out by dipping into the shade Narrative, which is this cool toned taupey kind of shade right here. And let's just get started. So I think the last time that you heard from me was a pre-recorded video that I filmed around about maybe the middle of September, the end of September. My husband and I had just purchased a house, and we were going over to the house to do like painting, sorting and organizing, all that kind of fun stuff. Just getting it ready for the move, which happened back in October. Everything with this house went really, really smoothly through the purchase process. We started looking for houses, I guess, in July. Found our house in August, put in our offer, closed at in the middle of September. Moved in on October 8th, and from there, we've been living in the house. We still actually have the apartment, but only for a couple more weeks. And have been very slowly and surely moving things over from the apartment to our house. So that's where we've been here. In the meantime, I found out that I'm having a baby. So life got really hectic and fast and furious, like all at once. So I am due June 1st. I am about 15 weeks pregnant at this point. I am having a little boy. And I guess I just decided to copy all of my favorite YouTubers all at once, right? So Christina Chang bought a house and moved, and I did that too. Robbie DeChristie and Samantha Ravindal have just announced that they're pregnant. Well, I think actually Christy just had her baby. So I guess I just want to be just like them. It was not because of them that we ended up getting pregnant. It was just we knew that this was why we were buying the house. So we moved, and I was unprepared for how awful I was going to feel during the first trimester. Like, if I'm being totally honest. I think the next shade I'm going to go into is Zen, which is kind of like a pinky beige sort of color. I think that'll be nice. We'll see how it goes. If it's not dark enough, if it's not deep enough, I'll go into something else. Yeah, I have rarely in my life felt as tired as I felt once we moved into this house. I was like napping in between meetings because I was just feeling so sick. I would go to bed at like 10 o'clock at night. I would sleep until 8 o'clock in the morning. And because of all that, trying to convince myself to like sit down and film a video and then find the time to edit it just was not a thing that I was able to do. So I felt badly, and I really wanted to put content out, but the stuff that I had pre-filmed, I didn't have a lot, was so weird. Like my whole background was shifting and all that stuff. It was odd. So I didn't really want to put out a second video like that. But then like I wasn't feeling well enough to make a whole lot of new content. I'm going to go with this deep brown called Adagio. Adagio, which is a musical term. Like it's a tempo marking. I can't remember if it's fast or slow. I think it's very slow. But I could be completely wrong. I haven't read music and had to know those terms for a really long time. And in musical theater books, they don't use terms like Adagio very frequently. That's usually symphonic music. Yeah, so I was super looking forward to Halloween this year because I got that whole FX kit back in like July or August. And I really was like looking forward to doing some like FX type content for Halloween. And I was so sick that week. And so like I had migraines and nausea. And I was like, I guess we'll do it next year. Because by the time that I got myself like feeling better, it was already November. And so that's not really the right time for Halloween content. Which is a shame because I filmed over the summer. I had filmed me turning myself into Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy. And additionally, I had turned myself into Pennywise, like my own version of Pennywise the Clown from It. So if you have interest in seeing those out of season, I guess like not Halloween, let me know down below because I have the videos filmed. They are very long. I would have to do some major editing on them. But I was really happy with the results there. So if you have any interest in seeing that, please let me know. It's been a long time since I've had to do like serious eye makeup. So I don't even know if I remember how to do it. I guess we'll see. I think we're going to go into that purple color. We're going to go into this color Craving. It's really pretty. So that is where I have been. I guess it's not as much to talk about as I really thought it was. But it was definitely enough going on in my body that sitting down to film a video just wasn't a thing. Also, it's taken us a really long time to put our bedroom together the way that we wanted to, and in a way that I felt like I could actually film in here. It's still not quite, I still haven't quite figured out my filming setup, but I guess it'll be what it'll be. I'm going to take some of this Adoration, which looks like it's a translucent-y, maybe color switchy duochrome. Let's see. I'm going to put that on my inner corner and just see what it does. Yeah, so it doesn't have much of its own color. It looks like it kind of just is like a transformational. Makes this lighter. That's fun. Ooh, I'm ruining the shade. Fun fact, because I've now put my purple finger, well, I had a clean finger. I put it on my eyeball, put it back in that white color. My finger wasn't clean anymore because I touched my face. So now my white shade is vaguely purple tinted. Yeah, that'll do it. All right, so I just picked up some of the purple mess that I made with this tape. Wow, I need a new tape dispenser for up here. The color on this camera doesn't look very nice today. It's a little bit frustrating, if I'm being completely honest. I also am not entirely sure how I'm going to keep this shade nice and clean going forward because it already looks a mess. So let's see. So yes, I'm going to be a mommy. I'm going to be a boy mom come June, or maybe May. We're hoping for May, but June 1st is the official due date at this point. Let's see. We were really lucky. We only tried for a couple of months before we found out that we were pregnant. And like I said, it's been a bit of a roller coaster. We were expecting to have, so when we bought our house, my little brother in his 20s, my brother moved in with us, and we were expecting to potentially have a couple more tenants just to, my husband feels really strongly about what being able to cohabitate with friends did for him as in his journey to adulthood. So without being able to cohabitate with friends, he wouldn't have been able to move out of his parents' house. So being able to move into a house with many friends and pay a minimal amount of rent was really instrumental to him finding his independence in his journey to adulthood. He really wants that to be something that we can provide to some of our younger friends as well. And we have more people living in our house. We have a little bit less privacy. We don't have like just the two of us in our house. It has made the lockdown for pandemic a little more tolerable because we have my brother living in the house and his girlfriend comes every once in a while. So it feels a little bit more like we're being social, even when we're just kind of, even though we're just all locked up at home. We do have one more friend moving in. I'm really excited for that as well. I think we'll be seeing her move in the next couple of weeks. I'm just playing with whatever's in this palette because I feel like it. Tapping a little bit of this shade. Just tapping a little bit of this shade fabric on there as well, just because I want to see what it does, and I haven't touched a whole lot in this palette yet. And it is very, very silky. So I'm kind of ruining this purple look that I was going for, but I didn't really have an agenda. I hadn't touched anything in this palette, and I just wanted to play with it on camera for the first time that I was touching it. And so I have. It's probably where I'm going to stop with my eyes for now. I want to do my base. I don't know if I'm going to talk much during this. I don't really have as much to fill you. I guess I can. I don't know what to talk about. It's almost like I haven't done this in months. So the last few months have been rough for several reasons. So between, the first trimester grossness, which was still kind of, I'm in my second trimester now, but I was super nauseous for a while. I was taking Unison, which was recommended by my doctor. It helped a while until nighttime. And then at night I would have like a ton of acid reflux and still feel like so nauseous that all I wanted to do was lay on the couch. I've gotten past that point, so now I'm no longer taking my medicine, but still like eating at night is a little bit on the iffy side. So like I'll eat breakfast and I'll eat nice and heartily and have a really, really good appetite for breakfast. And I would eat lunch and I have a really nice appetite for lunch. And then I make dinner. By the time I'm done cooking dinner and it's time to sit down and eat, I eat about 3 bites of it. And then I look at it and I'm like, I'm done. Can't do it. So then I proceed to eat 3 bites of my dinner at a time over the next 2.5 hours until my food is gone, because I know I need to eat. But if I eat any quicker than that, I deal with some major acid reflux and the feelings of I'm gonna throw up. And I don't know anyone who likes to get sick like that, who enjoys being nauseous or nauseated. But I'm like really opposed to it. I actually have a tremendous gag reflex where if I think about things that have previously grossed me out, I will gag. It's really, really fun. So when I throw up, I don't even know if I should leave this in because some people are going to be super grossed out. But if I think about getting sick, oftentimes I will get sick because I've grossed myself out thinking about getting sick. And that's a really bad spiral to be in during your first trimester of pregnancy. So that's really been fun. What else has been going on? So I really struggled a good deal with lockdown. I really had a pretty hard time with the lack of my theater productions. I know I did a couple, I was able to do a couple virtual things, and I was able to do actually a couple in person, which was really, really wonderful. I was able to do outdoor one acts. I was able to do an outdoor cabaret, and I did a virtual production of Couples, which I think is still available on YouTube. So I will go ahead and leave that link down below in case you want to check that out. That was back in August. But then once those things stopped, I haven't really had much of an outlet for creativity. And that coupled with my fatigue and whatever else from the first trimester, it really felt like my life came to a standstill. And I have struggled a good deal emotionally with that. As I said, having my brother here has been helpful because he still feels like company even though he lives here. I do have 2 adorable pups sitting by my feet they are not mine. I'm like dog sitting one of them is my joint custody puppy. One belongs to my ex, but I've got them for the weekend. So it's been nice having them here too. Entities to talk to even though they don't talk back. If they did, I'd be more frightened. If they come around behind me, I will show them to you. But they're currently laying on a nest like my comforter from my bed because I've taken my sheets off so I can do my laundry today. And it looks like a mess. And so I don't really want to show you that. Sorry. But yeah, no, I've really been struggling for finding the energy and the ideas for a creative outlet. And yet, even though I haven't had the energy for it, really struggling with the lack of it. So it's been a conundrum. As a matter of fact, you can probably hear one of the dogs walking around now because their toenails echo like insanity in my bedroom right now. Well, I hope I didn't goof up the camera too much for you because I tried to get a little view of the dog, but she's not cooperating. Oh, there's the third baby coming up, scrabbling up the stairs. So I've just been playing a lot of video games, if I'm being honest. Oh, I still teach Zumba. I teach 2 Zumba classes a week. I try not to reschedule those because it's like the only consistent exercise I'm getting. I am also teaching 1 strength class actually physically at my gym. It is well distanced. We are inside, but we're well distanced. Everyone wears masks while we work out. And we're all 14 to 15 feet apart. So we're trying to take our precautions like even way more seriously so we can all be in that space. And I know that I do some pretty heavy duty cleaning before and after to make sure that everyone stays very, very safe in my class. I just dipped it like as if this is the thing. This is not that kind of, this is a pen. This is not the kind with a well. I do need to find myself another one of those. I've got plenty of eyeliners to work my way through. I took an inventory back in March when we first got locked down, and I decided to start a YouTube channel, and I knew that an inventory was something that I wanted to pay attention to, with the intent of panning as many products as possible and really trying to pare down my collection. I know for a fact that I have not been terribly successful in that because long stretches of this time I have not been wearing makeup. It's actually one of the reasons why my Harry Potter project pan has disappeared, partially because I think the last one I filmed was September. October and November. October I felt super, super sick, so I wasn't up to filming. November, I wasn't feeling well, but also knew that I hadn't worn makeup in a month. So there was almost, or possibly 2 months. So it was barely even worth me trying to film the difference in the project pan because I don't think anything had changed. So I was super disappointed in myself. What's today, the 5th? I can still film a finale. I can still get in on that and just hope that I can do better for next year. This is just Ulta brand gel eyeliner. Nothing terribly exciting going on there. It is in the shade Violet, Ultraviolet, excuse me. I really like these pencils though. I can't attest to how well they actually stay in my waterline, but I like how smooth they are and how well they glide on. It's like, and they're really really reasonably priced. All right, we're nearing completion here. I am hoping that now that I've been feeling significantly better and I've got the room set up, or at least I have found a setup that I think will work for me, that I will be able to get back to filming content a little bit more regularly. Hopefully like get something out once a week. I do have a backlog. I have a backlog of stuff that I need to film for you because I've got an Allure box from October, an Allure box from November. My December hasn't arrived yet, thank God, but that will be coming really, really soon. I've got a Walmart beauty box. If anyone has interest in me unboxing that, please let me know. That's a lot. I mean, there's frequently like toothpaste and lotions and stuff in there, so I don't know if people really care about that. But if you're interested in knowing what's in your $5 Walmart box, let me know. And I've got an Ipsy. And additionally, I got an Ulta like special gift when I was doing my shopping for maybe for the 30 Days of Beauty. They were offering a special gift, or maybe it was after that. I haven't bought a whole lot from Ulta, so there's not that many opportunities for me to have purchased it. But they were offering a gift, like a goodie bag with X amount of purchase from Ulta products, which I obtained. And I haven't opened it yet, and I've been having all this stuff just sit at my vanity for months. So I could open that for you as well. Maybe I'll do that with the Walmart beauty box because I really just don't think that either of them is going to be totally spectacularly exciting. But I am hoping to get back to filming some regular content for you. I need to do bronzer? Yeah, I should. What a bummer. I really thought I was going to finish this year, but then I haven't used it for 2 months, so I guess not so much. Not so much. God, it feels so good. This is my first full face of makeup that I have worn in a really long time. It feels so nice to look at myself and be like, oh, I tried today. Today is just a Sunday. I am doing literally nothing because what is there to do? But actually, I'm actually hoping to film something for my singing channel, which I haven't really talked about here because I don't really have anything on it yet. But if I get some more posted, I'll be sure to keep you apprised so you can check out things, which is consequently probably the name of the channel. So if I don't want you to go check it out yet, I probably shouldn't say it. I'll bleep that out. It'll be fun. Something that comes along. Okay, so a couple things that I'm noticing is I haven't done my skincare regularly for months, because oftentimes getting out of bed has been a struggle, and then also when I'm ready to go to bed, I'm like ready to fall into bed. So there's just not been a lot of really good skincare happening. My skin doesn't look as dull as I kind of expected it to, given how little I've done of that, but there's definitely some of that going on. But my lips are so dry. I mean, I have dry... I've missed saying that to you. I have dry skin. My skin has always been dry. And my lips kind of sometimes go through that too, but not usually to the extent that I've been dealing with it now. Every day I've got to like Vaseline my lips or do something because, God, they just feel... They're not like chapped and splitting. They're just like dry, crusty on the inside. It's gross. I'm sorry. I got a sample of this far too expensive Drunk Elephant Lippy Balm, so let's throw that on. And we'll do a little bit of gloss. That's Ricky. I think she wants to leave. You guys have no idea what's going on, but it's stinking adorable. Okay, so don't you hate when you know you have something in your collection and you can't figure out where you last put it? That's what I went through with this just now. Yep, that's what I wanted. A little bit of color, something really hydrating, because my lips have been so dry. It'll also come off in about 45 minutes, if even that. All right, not bad, Gina, considering you're super out of practice with this nonsense. Giving it another shot, see if I can grow to stop hating it. Otherwise, I might just give it away. I feel like while this goes on kind of nice, in about 10 minutes, I feel like it's gone. And who the heck has time for that? This came for free in a BoxyCharm, so I did not spend the money on this. As a matter of fact, I refused to give Jared Blandino any of my money because he seems like kind of a terrible human being. I don't know him personally. All right, I think we're done. So I think that about wraps up my day. Wraps up this video. I have no idea when I cut this together if this is going to end up being any kind of coherent storytelling, because I didn't really have my thoughts organized. I was just kind of sitting down and talking, but hopefully it is. I hope you enjoyed watching me use this beautiful new Nabla palette. I certainly am looking forward to using it again. I had never tried it before, and it's been just something that's kind of been on my wants list for a really long time. If you like this style of video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and give the video a thumbs up. If you have other palettes that you are interested in seeing, let me know that down in the comments. I'm not in the habit of buying a whole lot of products because I have a lot of makeup, but if there's something that I have that you are asking to see, I am happy to do that for you. I did pick up the Raw Beauty Kristi X Pure collaboration palette just because I love Raw Beauty Kristi so much. But I also know that once they made that and it sold out, that they're not really selling it anymore. So I don't know how many people out there are interested in seeing me use a palette that you can't get, which is a little bit frustrating, but I did just buy it for me. If there is any kind of theme ideas, or I was really starting to get into the groove of finding really fun, interesting ideas, and then I kind of moved in my whole life. But then we moved and my whole life kind of got turned upside down. So, if you have ideas for interesting like themes you see, or if there's tag videos or anything that you're interested in, let me know those too, and I'm happy to do them for you. I guess that will do it for me. Thank you all, and I will see you again next time. Bye. I have been asked for it. There's got to be an end to this tape somewhere. But it has made the lockdown for pandemic a little bit more tolerable. What? There we go. The shade fabric right there. Oh, that's a mess. So to get through this time, Bailey, lay down. Bailey, lay down, sweetheart. Bailey. Oh. Don't you hate when you know you have something and it's somewhere? Bailey. Lay down, baby. Oh, here she comes. All right, you want to get out, baby? I'm not going. Good, Ricky. You want to go? You want to stay? Go. Oh, hi. You're back. Okay, never mind. Do I have a highlighter? Do I have a highlighter? I have so many highlighters. During the somewhat chatty eye palette, first impressions, who the fuck cares? We'll get into the meat of the video. Thanks. No, stop. I hate these intros. These are always the worst.